není. Já začnu česky.
A pak si to přečteš anglicky, jo? Ok, tak.
A nic se neděje, it's just kind of easy.
Jo, můžeš tady
Jo.
3, 2, 1,
A my máme jeden z posledních vstupů dneska, pátek, já už ani nevím, kolikátýho je, ale každopádně. Výstava je otevřená a je tady jeden z projektů, který můžete navštívit v sobotu a v neděli. Je tady jeho autorka Cristina Maldonado, ona nám za chvilku představí všechny, kteří s ní spolupracují a celý ten rozhovor pojede v angličtině, protože je to mezinárodní projekt. Projekt má pražskou premiéru and Cristina. You prepared an installation and you said it's a participatory project as well. Introduce it to us. Tell us what we can see Saturday, Sunday. The only shot.
Okay, so hello. The project that we have here is participatory. It's an installation in which you will experience an immersive video in a headset, such as the virtual reality headsets.
Oh, nice.
And it is more like a performance experiment with your senses. This is the aim. So you will also participate by manipulating some materials at the same time, and it is only for 2 persons every 45 minutes or every hour and a half.
Is it a booking? People need to reserve, or they just come in and?
Yes, there is a booking in the website. Is already activated, so you reserve there.
Do you have any idea if there is still some free place?
There must be some. Yeah.
Okay, so don't hesitate in case you want to see the project. You have to book a place. So Cristina Maldonado and Insider in frame of 4 and 4 days.
Yes, and I am here with my colleagues. Maybe they can introduce themselves. We developed the project with a team of 4 persons. From that team, we are only 2 here. The other 2 couldn't come. And then the project was growing with also other presentations with other 2 participants, performers, and Isa is one of them. So I'll let them introduce themselves.
Thanks. I am Kea, and I am one of the authors with Cristina last year. I was participating in the team that was creating the project, and I've also been performing it since last year now. Yeah.
I'm Isa. I was preparing some objects and props actually for the performance, and now I'm also performing the project since 2 of the performers couldn't make it basically to Prague because of the pandemic.
Nice. I know Cristina's project. Cristina is a Mexican artist based in Prague already for a long time. What I very much enjoy on your work is that I'm kind of pushed to be creative. And that was the Stranger in Paradise?
Stranger gets a gift.
Stranger gets a gift, but I was in a paradise. I participated in the project with my son, and it actually is something what we remember for many years. What is the Insider? What wants Insider from me then?
Insider is more a space. It's not so much about you being creative, but it's a space that you have to explore your senses and how you deal with that. Because basically you're seeing something that's very similar to what you're touching, but it's not. So then there is this situation of feeling strange in your own body and with your own process. And I think a lot of people describe it as a meditative state because nothing is happening apparently, and it's very long. So it's a space where you can, you choose how to use it, but I think that the input in general is not feeling that you're pushed, right? It's quite opposite from the other thing you experienced.
And given the whole situation that we are actually in a school, is that something what maybe you have experienced as a kid in a school, or you're also a teacher now? I'm trying to always find something where we can link it to all this education, because we are also a little bit searching here what we can, I don't know if to suggest or offer as artists for all the education process. We are touching very much the subject of being creative, giving time to receive ideas. How do we perceive the world, and what is actually, what do we need? What kind of state in mind and soul and body we need to perceive
Hmm.
anything, basically, create an experience.
Yes.
Linked to the education, say.
Yeah, since we started the project after the premiere, we realized that this is a project in which we can accumulate embodied knowledge, in the sense that we're starting to ask people to write testimonies, or maybe some specialists write something after experiencing the performance, because I think it's really interesting what you go through with your body and what kind of thoughts and reflections you get after that. So that's one angle that we are interested in following, and we probably will have a blog or a publication that's how you build knowledge through the body. And the other thing is also, a good friend that was experiencing it was telling me that the connection she sees between this place and the performance, like this context, is that you actually hold the space for the person to realize like very basic principles that we take for granted, and that is very connected to relearning.
Yeah.
So that you have the chance to feel like, okay, I assume this is always working like that, but actually it could work differently. So what does that mean? Do I have a choice? And what's the difference if it goes this way or that way? And I think that's totally connected to what
Very
we need
nice.
to do with education.
But it's very much also about like the time which is given, obviously. That it's also subjects we come back to, that in the moment we are in rush or something, it's kind of like aiming a result. We actually don't go so much through this kind of deeper processes of finding out, learning, discovering. So, is it for you, if you're participating, do you have a chance to actually experience this whole journey of the room?
Actually, I think we have kind of had these opportunities where we have rehearsed on each other, so that has helped us kind of understand what people go through when they see it. But of course, it's a bit skewed because we are the ones who have made it, and when we are also watching it, it's kind of strange. But it does give us some perspective into what people maybe feel. And
For you?
I have the same experience, since I was part of, like, in developing the project, so I knew kind of what it was about. But it is a very nice experience, like, to be able to play with your senses for like almost an hour and just try to really connect with your body.
To yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
I still had one question in mind what I wanted to ask you, and I hope it didn't slip. Oh yeah, because it's also something what we've been talking about regarding, the whole concept being in a school and touching some of the education systems and or kind of thinking of education. And we will probably also hit it somewhere in a communication with the teachers. We have coming up a conference and some special classes with teachers. Is there like an outcome, and how do you work with the outcome? Do you gather the experience of the people, or is it somehow that people go through and that's their experience and then they go out and that's what it is? Or do you still get feedbacks and you still put it back into the process?
Yes, we're in that moment that we're collecting the first feedback, and we need to understand what to do with that information. And I think probably that will lead us to collaborations as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're looking forward to work with people that could use this in their areas that is not necessarily connected with this artistic field. So a couple of persons already are showing some interest on that. So I can't tell you more because it still didn't happen, but it's slowly,
But what I found very interesting, that there is some kind of artistic idea and it actually evolves, some new thinking and new ways, and it actually opens something unexpected. And as we anyway all know, basically rather don't know what will be tomorrow and after tomorrow, this is also part of the creative process, that we still have the big unknown and we are excited to discover what's behind there. So, thank you very much. Všichni, kteří chcete se zúčastnit té prožitkové instalace, tak máte možnost ještě v sobotu a v neděli. Výstava je otevřená, myslím, až do 10 hodin večer, takže neváhejte, rezervujte si místo na webové stránce 4 dnů v pohybu a my se na vás budeme těšit. A Cristina Maldonado and her crew. Thanks, ladies.
Thank you.